I've always felt that it's more fun to say yes than to say no.
He's a man who likes to test the limits of what man can do, at work and at play. He lives to explore, from outer space to the deepest reaches of the ocean.
There's certainly an adrenaline rush when you're out there.
I'm joining Richard Branson, CEO and founder of the Virgin Group, for an underwater adventure.
My goodness, this is beautiful.
Oh, so are you.
This is the Necker Bell, Richard Branson's 105-foot luxury catamaran. He uses it to discover the secrets of the ocean. Today, it's headed for the largest breeding ground in the world of humpback whales.
The whales from all over the Atlantic converge in this one bank, and it's magnificent.
So we'll really get to see them.
You will not only get to see them, you should get to swim with them, which is
fantastic.
It's brilliant.
And they're not bothered by you being there.
If they are, they'll show it.
Richard routinely swims with sea creatures of every size and shape, and he shows us footage of his daredevil dives. He was nearly skewered by this sailfish, and this whale shark accidentally swallowed his head before spitting him out again. For Richard, underwater exploits like these are more than fun. They've inspired him to start Virgin Oceanic, a company devoted to ocean exploration in flying submarines.
It's incredible to think that only 2 people have ever been below 18,000 feet, whereas nearly 500 people have been into space.
After a rough overnight crossing, we wake to a breathtaking sight, dawn at the Silver Bank.
How'd you sleep?
Off and on, but it's just wonderful to wake up and to see whales splashing around all around you. So.
It's a sheltered stretch of the Caribbean, halfway between the Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos, with shallow waters and coral reefs that make it treacherous for boats and perfect for breeding whales. Only 4 boats have the necessary permits to come here. We're on one of them. Like all of Branson's properties, including his Necker Island home, this catamaran is available for rent if you're willing to part with $110,000 for a week.
You could say this is sort of the extreme 1%, the 0.001% of society being able to do something like this.
It's up to us to use that privileged position that we find ourselves in, to campaign to save the whales, to campaign to save the sharks. So, so I think that, as long as we don't just, use it for our own personal gratification, which is very nice, but we actually, put it to good use, then I feel I can justify the conscience of doing something as wonderful as this.
I mean, this is something that you've talked about a lot in your book, really, in a different way, with business, being more ethical. Do you think that somehow that's been lost in society?
I think, I wrote the book, Screw Business as Usual, because I think if we can persuade business leaders worldwide to adopt a problem and use their business to help tackle that problem, use their entrepreneurial skills to tackle that problem, I think we'll get on top of most of the problems in the world.
For his part, Richard is assembling a group of ocean elders, including Ted Turner and Queen Noor, to lobby on behalf of sea creatures around the world. It's work informed by his underwater expeditions here with whale guide Tom Conlon.
Have you ever, in your 22 years experience, had something bad happen? A whale get aggressive?
Well, we've had whales get aggressive. I personally have never had anybody hurt with the whales out here. We're real good at when to put you in, when not to put you in, as far as when to do it, the temperament of the whale, yeah.
After the break, what's it like to get in the water with not one, not 2, but a whole family of humpback whales?